120 appearances, scoring 193 goals, making third on our highest scorer list behind Bobby Tamlin and the great Frank Lampard. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's hear it, KERRY DIXON! There's only one KERRY DIXON. KERRY, there's some... I'm so pleased to have karaoke. I knew there was something We knew there was something like that coming up. KERRY, great to see you again, my friend. It's been a while.
Likewise.
A bit bigger this venue than last time, isn't it?
Yeah, quite a bit, yeah.
We'll start right at the beginning, KERRY, when you signed for us. 1983, the summer, you signed from Reading, but you've been for a few years, along with a few others, Pat Nevin, Spackman, Joe McLaughlin and Eddie Nizwicki. A couple of years our club have been in the doldrums, we haven't really done anything. Probably 1971, the last time we won, I think, the Cup Winners' Cup, which was a triumph against Real Madrid. And just if you don't mind, ladies and gents, and KERRY, a quick mention for one of the goal scorers that night who we lost this week, ladies and gents, John Dempsey. So we got you in from Reading. Was that an easy decision for you for Lee after 3 years Reading to come to Chelsea?
Well, yes, some of the younger ones might be interested to hear him. Some of the older ones probably heard it before, but if you ever took a ride with Ken Bates for 6 hours in his Rolls Royce down to Aberystwyth in pre-season training them days, I was half convinced by the time I got there. I did the first day's training. I was 80% convinced. So I didn't like training. Anyone who saw me play would understand that. I'd probably finish bottom of all the Opta stats.
For us Chelsea fans at the time, for you arriving, an old school centre forward, athletic, strong, with pace, you come at that team in the second division and you grabbed it by storm. And we won the league and we won it on goal difference. And you scored 28 goals in that first season, mate. 28 goals and goal difference, that's probably down to you.
Well, I played 9 years at the club, and the first year was my favourite year. It might be in the second division, but it was magical, because we opened up the season against a favourite, 6-4 favourites for the bookies at Derby County, managed by Peter Taylor, Brian Clough's assistant. We were 25-1 after nearly getting relegated that previous year. We beat them 5. I got 2, so you hit the ground running. And there was 3 or 4 teams, Newcastle, Sheffield Wednesday, Manchester City, who, 1 or 2 others, but they were the main challengers for us. Newcastle, including Peter Beardsley, Chris Worrell, Kevin Keegan. Manchester City, Mick McCarthy was at the back, I remember him, there was always a scrap with him. They was a good side. And Sheffield Wednesday turned out to be some competitors of ours. We had some fierce games with them, certainly in the first 2 years. Ultimately pipping them for the trophy at Grimsby, 1-0. We're level on terms, 15-minute delay due to you lot. Not getting in the ground properly or climbing over fences and stuff like that. But you youngsters, if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask someone and they'll probably tell you. It was a little bit different then, but nevertheless, I scored up at Grimsby, which was the second favourite goal in a Chelsea shirt for me.
I don't think you have to tell us what the first one is, we will come to that in a
It was
while.
the next goal.
Yeah.
The next goal I scored for Chelsea.
It was. You've done it a few times, but I remember, and I'm sure many of you here, a 5-0 mauling of Leeds at Stamford Bridge after their fans had smashed our scoreboard up.
I remember it well, to win promotion.
Yeah.
We could have won the promotion at Portsmouth.
That's right.
In midweek, but as much as many Chelsea fans travelled down to Portsmouth that night, it was much better in front of 40,000 at home at the weekend.
And a hat-trick to go with it, KERRY.
Yeah, that always helps. I was speaking to Jimmy earlier and he said about, I mean, you look at modern football, and we'll come on to it in the second half perhaps with a Q&A, but where have the centre forwards gone? You know, where have the strikers gone? Modern football, I think, is crap. I've got to be honest. But it's another thing. It's not exciting. No, it's not exciting. 300 passes, 80% possession, 2 shots on goal. No, come on. Listen, we'll come on to that. It's a moment of contention. I would rather see a shot on goal, keeper tip it over the bar or around the post. Unlucky. You work the ball up into a position to do something. These days, their coach don't give the ball away, so they come back out, work across the midfield, back again. Jesus wept. He swore earlier, but this subject will get me on that.
So you're going to go back to the 5-0 against Leeds. That dressing room must have been absolutely buzzing. It must have been amazing, magical in there.
It was a great dressing room once you got there. Chelsea fan, you lot all invaded the pitch, those that were there.
Yeah, I know, I do apologise.
Yeah, you did well to get off it, you know. Certainly with your kit intact or even on your body. It was a wonderful moment. 25-1, nearly got relegated 1 year. Fantastic it was. I didn't know what was going to happen. I played in the 3rd division with Reading the season before. I didn't even know if I'd be good enough to make the transition. And of course, would you be good enough to make the transition the following year?
1-1 at Highbury, we were 1-0 down. I was behind the clock end, literally behind the goal, when you put it in the back of the net, and we went, and it's a roasting hot day. Kerry, that moment for you, you must have thought, my life, this is it.
It still makes my hair stand up on the back of the neck when I talk to Chelsea fans about it, and it seems that every Chelsea fan over a certain age was there. Those that weren't over a certain age, their dad was there. But it was one of them, you had to be there. And it was the day that we turned Highbury blue. You know, it was like, it wasn't just the clock end. Up both sides, scrapping in the North Bank.
It was a memorable day. We were back in the 1st division, nowadays called the Premiership. That season, you were on fire. Joint top goal scorer with a man called Gary Lineker. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of regrets in life. 3. Couple 3. One of them was not beating Lineker that season, because I should have done.
You feel that?
I missed 9 penalties for Chelsea. That could get brought up. I was 3 in 2 days once.
I have to be honest, when I was doing my research, I thought I'd be kind. I did notice that.
Yeah, Portsmouth, Brighton, over Christmas, it was hardly a good Christmas present, but nevertheless. Second regret, not putting the other 2 out of business. And I'm talking about Frank and Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby calls me the man that kept him in business. Frank just laughs.
In 2 seasons, Gary, you scored 70 goals in 101 games. That is some return, I guess.
I've got to be honest, it make you come across as a little bit big-headed. Which I am a little bit, because all strikers have to be. What I call strikers, not other types of strikers. People who score goals. And it always comes up with Premier League stats. Nicholas Jackson's now at 5th highest Premier League scorer, quickest to get 20 goals. The mind boggles. Manchester City again. Everything seemed to happen against Manchester City at home. Speedo, run past me, tackle the fullback, cross the ball, put it in the box, I scored a header. The players come and congratulate me. Speedo run up to back to the halfway line with a face like smacked arse. And I thought, what's the matter with you? I had to explain to him after the game. We won the game. But the things that he was good at, I wasn't so good at. And the things that I was good at, he weren't so good at. I said, I wouldn't have run out to the wing, slide tackle the fullback, cross the ball. I said to him, and if I did, you'd have missed it anyway. He kind of got it. But that sorted it out. From then on in, the best strike partner I ever had, and I've had some good players, Beardsley, Lineker, Barnsley, Cotty. You know, I've had some good players who played England alongside us. Speedy was the best.
Thought you might say that. Before I have to let you go, because we've got some others to come out, I want to ask you, is there one moment or goal that you would really like to share with us that's really special?
Oh, for sure. There's two, actually. The Arsenal goal I saw on the clip earlier on, that was the best goal I ever scored for Chelsea. It meant so much as a kid, playing in the streets down in Luton and supporting Luton and doing what he could to be a professional footballer, to finally score in the First Division against the Arsenal, and it wasn't a bad goal, in front of 20,000 of our supporters. It was magic, and I'll never forget that. But the other one was, of course, the '94 semi-final at Wembley. For those of you that went there, it was the most humbling, emotional, footballing moment of my life. I always believe with fans, you get out what you put in. And Chelsea fans showed me that day what they thought, and it will stick with me for the rest of my life.
Ladies and gents, we have got so much to get through, so for the now, please put your hands together for the man, the legend, KERRY DIXON.